Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time for a little Sephora haul. I went into the Sephora store, believe it or not. The other day when I got out of work, I just felt like going to Sephora, and I was like, I got out like an hour earlier than I normally do, and I just went and I spent an hour walking around, and every single person asked me if I was finding everything okay and if I wanted a basket, and I'm like, I just want to look by myself. Anyway, I bought some things, and I love these new bags Sephora's using. They're more like a paper bag. It has like these ridges on the top. Like it literally looks like a paper bag from the grocery store, but I like it so much more than the like thick paper ones they used to give you. And then they'd wrap all your stuff in paper like you took home a present. I don't know why they always did that. It bugged me. And anytime I could, I'm like, I don't need a bag. I don't need a bag. But I loved this bag, so I don't know, just something about the bag. Let me just share with you what I got. So the first thing I wanted so badly, and it was from Drunk Elephant, and it's the little sample set of their liquid bronzer, liquid blush, and their sunscreen. But now that I see that, I think it's a tinted sunscreen. So anyway, I really wanted this because I wanted to try these liquid blush drops so much. They're called Eau Blue's Rosy Drops. Fortify Plus Blush. And then they had De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops and the Umbra Tint Physical Daily Defense Sunscreen. So I have tried the blush, and I intended to use this the other day and I forgot. The sunscreen, I feel like I've tried a sample of that and I hated it. I don't remember. I'll have to try it again. But I tried the blush right away and I swatched it and it looked amazing. Absolutely so pretty. Feels really thick. Oh, there's some swatch stains from my last video. Anyway, it feels very, very thick compared to the bronzer. The bronzer feels really thin and watery. The blush feels thick, looks super pretty. I couldn't wait to use it. The next day I put it on, and in a swatch like that, it looks colorful and looks pretty. But when I put this on my face, it was just like water. And I got the brush and I dipped it in there and I was putting it on and I was like, where's the color? Like literally no color. Not even just a light wash, which is what I was expecting from this. I was expecting a nice light, just like my skin may have just made that color kind of color. But it literally was nothing. It really felt like I had just gotten a wet brush and was trying to blend something onto my face. I didn't get it. And for it to literally have no color was kind of weird. But maybe these would go better on bare skin. So maybe I'll try these out tomorrow on bare skin, like maybe with just some concealer or no powder or anything. And we'll see how it goes there. But I was super excited to get this. I was happy they had it in store because I love minis way more than a full size of things, especially when I've never tried it before. Another thing I purchased is from Fenty Skin. This is the Buff Rider Exfoliating Body Scrub. I am so crazy about the Fenty Skin line. I want everything and I want to try it all. The Fenty Beauty makeup is hit and miss for me. The hits are amazing hits and the misses are total garbage that I returned. But the skin stuff, so far I've loved everything that I've tried. And I bought this body scrub. I couldn't say no to it. It doesn't have the same scent that the other Fenty Skin stuff has, like that cherry scent. I was expecting it to, but it doesn't. I can't put my finger on what this smells like. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's not fruity, it's not floral, it's not coconut. I have no idea what it smells like, but it smells great in the shower. This says it's made with sugar, salt, and sand to exfoliate with fruit enzymes that help soften your skin. This is exactly the kind of body scrub that I love. It's like chunky, but also smooth. So it's like a polishing kind of scrub, but there's also those big particles in there, so you get that good grit. It does rinse away kind of fast if you have too much water on your skin. So I tend to like step out of the water, move like the head towards the wall or something, and then put the scrub on my skin, because if any extra droplets of water get there, it starts rinsing off really fast. But I love it so much. I feel like I'm gonna blow through this thing because I think it's so good and the scent is so nice. It does leave some kind of residue on my skin. I don't feel it in the shower, but when I get out and I'm drying off, I can feel that there's some resistance when I'm drying. And I think it's from this, like it's leaving a little bit of an oil behind in a nice way. and it just feels so luxurious and it smells so good. I love this, but it's very expensive for a body scrub, but I loved it. So the main reason I went into Sephora was because I desperately needed a new beauty blender. I mean, desperately. The one that I had, I mean, the little ball top here was like, I mean, it looked like my dog had chewed on it. There was holes and rips everywhere, but I couldn't bring myself to let it go because it just works so well. But I really, really needed another one. So I went in and bought it. And there's nothing like a new sponge. Like, I can't believe what a difference a new one feels compared to the one that I'm gonna put in my empties, that chewed up one. It feels so weird. It's so different. And I was like, yes, this is what I was missing in my life. Anyway, they had this little set called Beauty Blender Besties, and it's the same price as one beauty blender, which is $20. That's a lot for a sponge, but it lasts a really long time. I'm probably gonna buy 3 of these in the whole year. Anyway, it came with the sponge, a little soap, and a little, I brought it in here, I thought. Oh, here it is. A little mat like this to scrub your sponge. They call this the scrub mat for your sponge. I would never in a million years recommend using this really rough mat to scrub your beauty blender sponge with. I think this would just rip it to shreds. Like, I don't get it. I actually use this little guy because it has these like raised bottom. I sit it on my sink and I store the soap on top of it because the soap is a perfect circle that fits on here. It has the holes in it so it doesn't keep it like wet. And I think it's perfect to store the soap on, not as a scrub mat for the sponge. I think that's crazy. It's gonna rip your sponge up so fast. But the soap is so good. It's probably the best. I usually just use dish soap, the hand soap at the sink, a face wash I don't like. I use those kinds of things to usually wash my sponge every day. But the soap for the beauty blender is just, it's so good, and you don't need a lot of it either. It's crazy. So anyway, I would recommend, I think what most of us do is kind of squish it like this. I also get my thumb and I kind of press it like this, especially on the parts that have a makeup stain or like deep makeup stuff. And it works just fine. I don't think you need to scrub your sponge. And then it came with a little case that I probably never gonna use either. It's just a case to put your sponge in. I don't know. I feel like that might grow bacteria in it or something. I remember when Beauty Blender first came out and people were keeping their sponge inside of a Ziploc bag, and then they couldn't believe that there was mold on it, and they were blaming Beauty Blender, like, my Beauty Blender grew mold on it, but they were showing that they were storing it in a Ziploc bag. I don't know, do whatever you want with your life, but don't put a wet sponge inside of a bag. Anyway, I bought that and it's amazing. The next thing I got was from the Inky List, and this is the Oat Cleansing Balm. It's just a cleansing balm in a tube. And I hear people either recommend this and say that it's really good, but most of the time they recommend it and say that it separates all the time. And I didn't notice that. I've only used this twice so far, but it's way bigger than I was expecting. I was expecting like a small tube, and it's this big old thing. It just says helps remove makeup and cleanse sensitive skin. And you can use it as a face mask, leave it on for 10 minutes, and use it that way. Maybe I'll try it like that. Anyway, it's just a balm cleanser that's inside of a tube. You just squeeze it out, rub it between your fingers, rub it all over your face, add some water, emulsify, get all the makeup off, rinse is clean. It's decent, it works, it gets the job done, no residue. I have nothing bad to say about it. So far it hasn't separated on me, but maybe just because I shook it and stuff, I don't know. But we'll see towards the end how it starts acting, but right now, so far so good with that. And then the last thing I got was from Hum Nutrition, and it's their Flatter Me supplements. Okay. When I was nearing the end of my Sephora visit, I was walking around looking for something to want. I just wanted one more thing. And there was a lot of stuff I wanted to get, but I didn't want any of it. And I literally was saying it in my head, you're walking around looking for something to want, just get in line and leave. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna get one more thing. And I don't know what I was doing, but this is what I got. So it's a supplement that supports a flatter stomach and healthier digestion. I don't know if it's just probiotics and stuff. It says to take one capsule before your biggest meal of the day, twice a day if you eat 2 big meals. I've only taken one so far because I completely forgot they were in the bag. I took one today. I don't know what it did, but they taste like licorice. Yeah, it smells and tastes like black licorice, which isn't the worst taste in the world, but not what I was expecting. But I have tried other Hum nutrition supplements. I've tried a ton of samples, like they always give out samples, but the one that I purchased multiple times was the melatonin. I had never tried melatonin before, and they put like a sample of it in this Sephora favorites kit that was like for traveling. And I had never had a better night's sleep in my life. And it was the melatonin from Hum, and I purchased it multiple times. I thought it was incredible. Haven't used it in a really long time, but yeah, I think Hum makes good supplements, so we'll see how that one goes. And then I got two samples. I got this birthday gift from NARS. They had this one and something from Laneige. Laneige, I've tried the products that were in that birthday gift before, and they all had too much fragrance for me. So I got the NARS thing, because I've actually never tried Laguna bronzer. But it comes with the Laguna bronzer and then like a lipstick of some, oh, Afterglow lip balm. And of course I forgot to use the bronzer today, but this is how it looks. And here is the bronzer. I'm sure you guys have all seen this before. And I've never tried it, and I don't know why, but I got a sample that'll probably last me 10 years. And then this little tiny lip balm in the shade, I'm assuming that it's the shade Laguna. Not really my thing. I haven't touched it yet. I might give it away to somebody, but I got that. And then I got this. Okay, when I was walking around the store, I kept circling back to this one mask from Dior, and it's from their Dream Skin line or whatever. It was $75, and I wasn't gonna buy it, but I couldn't stop going back to it. I thought they were gonna think I was gonna steal it or something, because I was like, I kept going back to look at it because it looked so enticing. It was called 1 Minute Mask. The packaging was just like, it fit in my hand, like we belonged together, like I wanted it so bad. I pulled out my phone, I was looking up reviews on it, and it's like a chemical exfoliating mask. You leave it on for 1 minute, and it's supposed to make you have like really nice skin. I can't get it out of my head. I can't get it out of my head, and I couldn't bring myself to ask them for a sample because I don't know how long that tube has been there. Couldn't do it. I don't know if they're giving out samples either, but anyway. I used 100 points to get a Dior Dream Skin moisturizer, I think. Age-defying skincare. It doesn't say what it is, but I want to say it's a moisturizer. But let me show you how tiny this sample is. Look at this little guy. For 100 points, I spent $100 at Sephora, and this is all I got. Anyway, this is what I picked. I'm really excited to use it. I'm hoping it fills the void of the mask, and I'll get my fill of Dior expensive skincare and be like, oh, this is all I needed. But I did put the mask on my loves list. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. That's all I picked up at Sephora. Some things I really wanted, some things I've really been enjoying a lot, and that is it. Let me know some things you purchased at Sephora recently. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.